Well, my name is Frank Gaard. I'm from Chicago. I lived a block from a factory where they bent pipes. I could walk to school past a forge. I mean, I had a very clear idea of what work was very early on. I loved school because it was safer than home. My mother was schizophrenic, and she had a postpartum psychosis. So her schizophrenia came out when I was born. She was about 20. And my father was an alcoholic and an immigrant. I felt like I was very isolated by this gift that I was given of painting and drawing. Art was something that transcended class. Artists could come from any segment of the society. They could be wealthy people or whatever. But initially, I really felt that you were getting your nose smeared in coming from the working class or from poor. I do feel that the madness that I inherited from my mother was there all along, and it was part of what gave me the burn and part of what made me have this kind of like flow where I would draw endlessly till my hands ached or paint. I think in general, I was more interested in ideas than I was in techniques. And I moved more towards Asian concept of no center, of like in the Tao, that the start and the finish are the same and the middle is the same. And I think it was the influence of Pollock and the ascendance of Pollock as the central figure of postmodern art, because he atomized it. He took away the subject and made the subject the object. I'm very much a believer that the people who have a gift have a counter gift, or like you can talk but you can't dance, or something like that. And for me, it was that I had a gift for speech, which also was an imagistic gift, where I could embed ideas in images and embed images in ideas. And very early on, I began to realize that the meanings that I thought I was inserting into things would have diverse outcomes, because the viewer is the person who interprets, not the artist. The picture, Untitled, for John and Alice, was a picture where I reached a certain point in my work that I thought I had made a clear statement. I dedicated it to my mother and father, John and Alice, who struggled all their life with love and conflict. And I thought it would be like a memorial to a family that was broken and still able to have my sister and I make it into our adult life. And it was nice for my children to be able to go to a museum and see their father's work.
What do you hope that the viewer takes away from this experience?
I think it should be a little scary. I think it's like looking inside, a great film takes you someplace you don't go, and you come out of it, but if the film really has an effect on you, it has an effect that's enduring. Criticism is not separate from art. It's something like the egg and the yolk. You can't take the yolk out of the egg. And the same with art and criticism. It's like a holistic thing. So the criticism and the interpretation is part of the work. It's hard to separate them. And my mother's support of my artistic practice was critical to my well-being. You need somebody to believe that you can do something impossible. Bobby, okay, don't worry about it. Just people, nice people, humans.